There have been a number of requests and questions about using an external looper with the Tone Master Pro. Now, we all know that the Tone Master Pro has a built-in looper, but what if we need something with a little bit more functionality, like say the ability to save your loops? Well, that's where an external looper comes in handy. I'm going to be doing a video on using MIDI with an external looper in the near future, but recently I got this question from Michael Moriarty. Hi Doug, let me start by saying thank you for all the great content. I can't begin to tell you how very helpful it has been with my Tone Master Pro. You may have covered this already, so maybe you can point me in the right direction, but I'm not sure exactly how to add an external looper or even other external pedals to the Tone Master Pro. I'm mostly interested in using my Trio Plus looper with my Tone Master Pro. Your help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again. Cheers, Michael. I have done some videos on hooking up an external piece of gear to the Tone Master Pro, most recently the Line6 HX One. I'll put a link in the description if that's what you're looking for. But the placement of a looper in your signal path will determine how you can use the looper. I mean, you can't just add it anywhere. Well, I mean, that's not true. Of course you can add it anywhere, but it may not do what you want it to do if you just put it anywhere. You have to plan what you're going to do and where you're going to place the looper. I picked up a Boss RC5 looper recently, and I'm pretty impressed. Prior to the RC5, I had a Digitech Jam Man looper. I was going to be using it for backing guitar tracks for our three-piece covers band. It has 39 minutes of memory, which was just enough for my needs. Now, you could expand the memory with the use of micro SD cards. The RC5 has over 13 hours of stereo recording space built in, which is far more than I would ever use. It's also less than half the size of the Jam Man looper. Now, if all you want to use the looper for is help in building presets, auditioning IRs, etc., then I'd suggest using the internal looper on the Tone Master Pro. Set it to the pre position so that the looper is at the beginning of your signal path. Record a loop, then play the loop as many times as necessary while you audition different amps, effects, cabs, IRs, etc. And of course, make sure to save your preset once you've found the winning combination. But if you want to use the external looper to create loops or tunes that you can save for later recall, the best place to put it is at the very end of your chain. The RC5 has stereo inputs and outputs, so I'll be using FX Loop 3+4 stereo. I've put together a preset that I'm hoping will cover lead, rhythm, and bass. But remember, you can also just switch from preset to preset. You don't have to stay just on one preset. The RC5 has a built-in drum machine, and I'll be using it. Let me play you the first loop that I came up with on the RC5. I still wasn't totally familiar with the methodology, but I had a lot of fun figuring out what had to be done. My preset uses the Instrument Parallel 1 signal path. The top path is used for rhythm and lead guitar. The bottom path is used for bass. The top path has the Royal Tone, the Nashville Overdrive, the 65 Deluxe Reverb Blonde amp only, the stereo tape echo, and the large plate reverb. The bottom path has the chromatic pitch shifter and the tube preamp. I've got 3 foot switches set up for rhythm, bass, and lead. The rhythm foot switch sets the input splitter so that level A for the top path is turned all the way up, and level B for the bottom path is turned all the way down. It also turns on the Royal Tone pedal and sets the mix level on the stereo tape echo at 3%. The bass foot switch sets the input splitter so that the level A for the top path is turned all the way down, and level B for the bottom path is turned all the way up. The chromatic pitch shifter is set up so that it is playing 1 octave down, and mix is set to 100%. Tube preamp is using default settings. The lead foot switch sets the input splitter so that level A for the top path is turned all the way up, and level B for the bottom path is turned all the way down. It also turns on the Nashville overdrive pedal, sets the mix parameter on the stereo tape echo at 12%, and turns the volume on the 65 Deluxe Reverb Blonde up to 50%. At the very end of the signal path is FX Loop 3+4 stereo. That's how the RC5 looper connects to the Tone Master Pro. I'll be using 4 guitar cables to connect the 2 units. Let's go over the physical connections. Connect 1 plug on a guitar cable to loop 3 send on the back of the Tone Master Pro. Connect the other plug to input A on the RC5. Connect 1 plug from the second guitar cable to loop 4 send on the back of the Tone Master Pro. Connect the other plug to input B on the RC5. Connect 1 plug from the third guitar cable to loop 3 return on the back of the Tone Master Pro. Connect the other plug to output A on the RC5. Connect 1 plug from the fourth guitar cable to loop 4 return on the back of the Tone Master Pro. Connect the other plug to output B on the RC5. You'll probably have to make some adjustments to your preset to get the levels balanced. Okay, let's see if I can make a decent demo using the looper. What I'm going to do is basically just recreate that first demo that I made, because this isn't like a tutorial on how to make loops. It's just to show you how it works with the Tone Master Pro. So you can see by the foot switch setting that I've chosen the rhythm part. That's what that sounds like. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a red light that shows the 1 on the looper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let me get my bass set up. Okay, now I have my drums, rhythm guitar, and bass guitar all going. Now I'll switch over to lead and we'll get that going. Now this loop could have probably been made on the Tone Master Pro, but the RC5 gives me the advantage of having a built-in drum machine and also the ability to save my loops. Those are pretty big reasons. Well, that and also that you can save loops much longer than 1 minute in length. I'm hoping that this looping demo made sense to you. I've only used loopers sparingly in the past because mostly I create using my digital audio workstation. But the looper lets me work out parts for songs without having to be at the desk and opening up the digital audio workstation. And if I really like the loops that I came up with, I can always import them into my digital audio workstation. So let me know if you've hooked up an external looper to the Tone Master Pro and what your experiences are with it. I'm very curious. And if you're still here, thank you so much for stopping by and sticking around. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other questions, comments, or suggestions, drop me a line here, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Now next Wednesday, I'll be having all new content, and you do not want to miss that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. All right, guys, have a fantastic week, and I'll be talking with you again next Wednesday.